I'm Natalia Bryant. And when Coach came up with this series, their idea was to connect boundary breaking individuals from all different spheres whose stories share one thing in common. They've all challenged expectations because of their courage, their confidence, and the way they boldly express themselves in style and everywhere in their lives. Please join me in welcoming Paige Bueckers. All right, guys. So let's get to Paige. So Paige is a UConn alum and current guard for the Dallas Wings who made an immediate impact in her debut WNBA season, earning Rookie of the Year honors and a starting spot in last year's All-Star game. She is the leader of a new influential generation of athletes whose performance style and loyal audience have helped to catapult women's basketball to the forefront of public consciousness. Beyond basketball, through the Paige Bueckers Foundation, she is working to create opportunity for children and families and promote social justice. Now, our next guest is a two-time WNBA All-Star and one of basketball's most dominant and culturally influential superstars. After a record-breaking rookie season, she continued to make history in her second WNBA season. Off the court, she is redefining what it means to be a modern athlete. In 2024, she became the first WNBA player to appear on the cover of Vogue. In 2023, she founded the Angel C. Reese Foundation, dedicated to empowering girls and women through sports, education, financial literacy, and more. Everyone, please give it up for Angel Reese. Well, welcome, Paige and Angel.
Hi, Queen.
Hey.
You look good.
Oh, stop. You do too. So let's chat WNBA. You both entered professional women's basketball at a time when its popularity was exploding, and your presence in the league has greatly contributed to its continuous growing popularity. What was the first thing you did to celebrate after you were drafted?
The first thing I did after I was drafted, I just hugged my mom because I was just so grateful and thankful to finally be where I wanted to be, which was the WNBA and all the hard work, the long hours, the long nights, the long drives, and everything that she put forward for me and my brother. So it was just like a moment with me and her that just, it was just a joyful moment for us.
Yeah, I mean, along with what Angel was saying, I celebrated with my family. All of my teammates were there, my family was there, and I turned up. Not gonna lie, we had a party, we had a ball, and yeah.
How does it feel to be a part of such a huge movement and to see the impact you've had? Paige, do you want to start?
Yeah, it's been amazing just because I grew up such a fan of the WNBA and all the women that were a part of it. I grew up in Minnesota, so the Lynx were my team. So watching that dynasty growing up, it was everything that I wanted to be. And so to work hard, have a great faith, have like a really good village around me that have helped me get to this point to where I'm living out my dream. I'm in the WNBA and I get to just share that experience with so many amazing people that have helped me get there along the way. You never take it for granted. Just waking up, getting to do what you love, and living out your childhood dream. So, really, it's just a dream come true, and I thank God for it every day.
I mean, yeah, Paige said it all, but I think it's long overdue. I mean, as you guys can see, the CBA passed and we getting paid. So I'm just so grateful for all the women that come before us, that has done so many amazing things for the game, and they didn't get the recognition for it, but now they're being able to get the benefits of it, and us being able to walk in their shoes and show what the value of women's sports is. So I'm just so grateful and thankful that we continue to grow. Women's sports is here, and women's sports is here to stay.
Now, from what I've heard, the two of you are really great friends in real life. But when you come to the court, you still have to be fierce competitors. How do you guys lift each other up and still keep that competitive edge?
Yeah, I mean, I've met Paige when I was in the 10th grade, 10th, 11th grade, and we played on a little all-star team in the DMV. And our relationship has grown over the years because we've seen each other grow on the court and off the court, the things that we've been through, some similar things and injuries and winning a national championship and finally going to the WNBA and just continue to see each other grow. So I'm really happy to be on this journey with her and happy to see everything that she's continued to do because she was one of the faces growing up of what women's basketball was and getting a lot of attention early on.
Yeah, and growing up in the same class, we went to USA camps together, like Angel talked about. We played together in the DMV, but we just always want each other to succeed. When we feel like we're representing the next generation of basketball, and we want to do that in a great way. And then we've been opponents too, so we've competed against each other. We went 0-3 against the Chicago Sky. So she got up on me on that, but I got her back with the rose. So we're talking trash.
It's okay. She gonna go 0-3 again against Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah, see, it's love. It's all love, and that's the best part about competition and friendship. You bring the best out of each other, and we want each other to succeed. But again, when we're playing against each other, we're going at each other. So that's the best part.
And how does courage fit into your journey? Can you give us a moment of when you had to draw on that courage to get where you are today?
I don't know. For me, I've always been super confident. I was always the tallest in the class, so it was kind of like I had to kind of be confident because I didn't really think it was normal to what I was looking like. So confidence has always been something that my family always boosted into me, and that's kind of how I carry myself when I walk in the room with my shoulders back. I'm probably the tallest in the room a lot of the time. So when you feel good and you put a lot of positive things in your life, and when you speak good things into your life and speak positive things with the tongue, I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean, Angel can probably relate to this too, but injury teaches you a lot. And it teaches you how to respond to adversity, to have something you love so much being taken away from you. You learn to never take it for granted again. And you realize some days you felt entitled to it and that you got to wake up and you kind of took it for granted. So just finding that courage and the confidence to be able to go through the rehab process, go through the days where you don't want to do it and remember why you do it and what you do it for, I think is something that I learned at a very young age.
All right, audience, if we can get a show of hands, how many of you out there are working on having a little more courage in your own lives? I know I am, so let's raise our hands. um, what would you say to those people out in the audience who are trying to channel their courage?
For me, it was always take that scary step. The scary step can change your life. I mean, you're gonna get told no a lot of times, but that one yes can really change your life. I mean, when I think about my career, transferring from Maryland and then going to LSU and winning the championship, it feels like deja vu right now, and I get chills right now because me being a part of Chicago for my first 2 years and going to Atlanta, I just feel that I feel that urge right now that I'm gonna win again. And having that within me and just being able to do that, I mean, it's not easy to go and be by yourself in the dark and those lonely nights and those long nights of thinking by yourself. I mean, social media has it out there to be one way, but at the end of the day, you got to sit with yourself and tell yourself what you want in life and continue to put yourself in spaces and rooms that feel super uncomfortable because you're not going to always be comfortable and you shouldn't feel comfortable. So take those scary steps. Take those scary steps, even if your person next to you might not believe in you. No, I believe in you and know you can continue to push through.
Pop that. Yeah, she got it. But along the same lines is don't be afraid to fail. Like we've won championships, but I lost 4 times before I had to get to the fifth one to win one. In high school, I had to lose 2 or 3 to get to the fourth one to win that one. And there's steps to success, and it doesn't happen overnight. And like she said, social media has it out to be they only show the highlights, they only show the wins, they only show the good times, but there's dark days and there's times where you doubt yourself and think that you can't do it. But on the other side of a hard time is a really big blessing and the breakthrough. So know that storms will come, but on the other side of the storms is sunny days. And if you're not afraid to fail, success will find you. Yeah, was that good?
That was great. She
That was
ate.
great. That was great.
That was good. That was
Love
good.
both. Angel, You've boldly embraced being unapologetically yourself. You've said, I'm going to always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And while reminding others to remember who you are and what you stand on, where did you get the confidence to stand in who you are and to consistently show up for her?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was my mom. I grew up with a single mom that raised me and my brother by herself. So just being able to see her independence of just doing everything, 4 foot forward, and just telling me as long as you work hard and everything you do, you can achieve everything. So initially, it was just a dream, and I always just had big dreams, and I always manifested my life. Everything I wanted in life, I always put it in the world. Like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. And no matter how long it took, I always wanted to just do things at my own pace and want things for myself. So I would really say it was my mom because she did whatever she could do for us, me and my brother, and it wasn't easy for her, and the journey was never easy, but she always made it happen.
Do you remember the first time you had to stand strong in who you are or stand up for yourself?
Oh,
And would you be comfortable sharing that with us?
so many times. I think my journey hasn't been easy, and I think a lot of you guys have seen it, and probably not have understood it in its hard days, for me. But I think I've been able to understand my purpose and finding out what my purpose was, sitting down with myself and turning everything else off and figuring out what I wanted for my own sake. And like I said, social media does have its own thing, but at the end of the day, I'm a human and I face these things just like everybody else does. And just knowing that like this is my life and I'm not gonna let anybody control my narrative. I'm not gonna let anybody control my voice or my life. And I'm 23 and I'm living life.
All right, now, audience, who feels they have confidence to stand up for themselves? Would anyone like to share where they get their confidence?
Yeah, don't be scared now. Don't be scared.
All right, we turn the tables. So if you have the confidence to share, please do. We would love to hear.
Stand up,
I
girl.
know they're passing mics around, right? No?
No.
Okay.
Period.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Would anyone else like to share? I'm going to pass around the mic. Hold on. So sorry. I would love for everyone to hear your story.
I'd say the same as Angel. I grew up with a single mom, so I watched her growing up, getting it on her own, not even worrying about who's gonna help me. She just went out, she get it. So every day she inspires me to be independent. I'm like doing things on my own. I like buying my own stuff, and she also taught me how to be very grateful, very positive. I love helping other people. I love watching other people win, and yeah, that's it.
Would anyone else like to share? Okay, here. So sorry. This is the first hand I saw.
Hi. I'd like to say that I get my confidence from my grandma. She, like, growing up, told me all these stories of everything she had to go to. She had to turn down an education because she had to help support her mom growing up. But then she made her way up in the world. She went into engineering without a college degree, and she always like told me never let a man tell you what to do. Make sure to stand up for yourself. Even my grandpa knew like where she stood. She was always telling me like
That's right.
she was just always encouraging me to do my best and work my hardest and not let anyone like try to stop me in what I want to do with my life.
Amen. Right here, here. Don't get this mic.
Wow, let me hold that down. I already speak loud enough. I would say I get my confidence from situations I've been through because they didn't tear me down. They defined who I was as a person and they taught me things that like your situation always doesn't dictate the outcome. You are in control of it. And I love creating content because it inspires so many other people. So when I get DMs saying that they're inspired by how I live myself, like how I live out loud and am authentically myself and just always being true to who I am, it always inspires me to keep going and keep pushing because I know I'm not only breaking down barriers for myself, but other individuals who look up to me.
All right, thank you so much for everybody for sharing. Um, Now, it wouldn't be a coach event if we didn't take a little time to talk about style. And I know I'm with the right crowd because everyone is looking beautiful tonight. Well, not tonight. Well, I guess it is the evening. So, yeah, tonight, up on the stage and in the audience. So, one of the things I love about fashion is how creative it can be. Our style says so much about who we are, who at least we want to be today. It can be this amazing vehicle for self expression. And when it comes to you, Paige and Angel, it's also just a lot of fun to watch. So let's talk some style, self expression, and your fashion journeys. I'm going to start with a simple one. What does style mean to both of you?
I think style to me is just a different way to express yourself. I'm new and tapping into the fashion world, but I've just found a different confidence in what I like to wear and not like the stereotypical like what females have to wear and what men have to wear. Like, what do I want to wear and what do I feel comfortable in? And let me just express myself that way. And some people call it like the auntie style, which is fine. Like I think I'm rocking the auntie style then. Like that's what I feel comfortable in. And people, I think I dress good. So
Just great. You
thank
just
you,
great. You
thank
just
you.
great.
And I think it's just subjective to whatever you want it to be. Like what is cool and what is that for you? My definition of cool and my definition of swag is probably different than is definitely
It's
different
not
than
different.
Angel's.
You still look good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But like we have different sense of fashion, but we both think like and we both know that we're rocking the fashion world and that's just something that we're both tapping into just to express ourselves. And just to know that we're not just basketball players, but we have an identity outside of the sport and we don't have to put ourselves in a box to just say this is what we look like, this is what we have to be, and a different way to express yourself for sure.
Yeah, I can agree. I feel like look good, feel good, and especially for like the tunnel fits, that's just always kind of been my thing. Dressing up before the game, look good, feel good, play good. And like I feel like it just gives me a lot of confidence just to go out there and kill. Like I just had a nice heel on, but then I'm going to the court and put my basketball shoes on, and that kind of defines what an athlete is. Just being able to be so many different things, and me now tapping into the modeling industry really has opened my eyes to so many different things, and like you said, ways to express yourself. And I've learned things that I love and things that I don't really love, and just figuring those things out and finding what I really, really want to be and who I want to be within my fashion and how I show up.
Amazing. Can you remember the first time you took an interest in your personal style?
Oh my gosh, I've been doing this since I was a kid. Like, I used to go in my mom's closet and steal her heels and put on her dress. Like, that was just like my thing. I was into makeup. I was always wanting to be like, I was always the girly girl. Like, even when I played basketball, my grandma would brush my hair on Sunday morning and do my edges and like put a little mascara on me. And I was like, if I didn't have that, I didn't feel like I was ready to go for the game. So that was kind of, it started when I was young. Like, I was so into it when I was younger.
Yeah, looking back, I thought I was into it when I was younger, but now I'm like, yo, what was that? But I'm still embracing who I was back then. I had my skinny jeans with the Vans and the checker shirt and the double denim.
And the headband and the ponytail. I
Yeah,
remember.
I really was putting it on for the
Sure.
time being. But yeah, that's when I thought I was like my own stylist, and I might get in trouble for this, but I would be on like I used to get bugs on my computer because I would be on all the illegal websites trying to scam to get free discount codes. So now here I am.
She made it. She's here, y'all.
So and now like I can afford a little bit more and have some nice stuff in my closet. So now you see this evolved style from me. But yeah, it started from a young age, just a little bit differently for sure.
And was there a certain someone or something that opened up that personal style world for you guys?
Yeah, like I said, I think it was my grandma, but like also watching basketball, I saw Lisa Leslie. Like she always had her lip gloss on, her hair pulled back. Like she was that it girl. Her and Skylar Diggins were like the first girly girls that I saw that like really embodied just like being feminine and like loving being able to be put together, but also like balling out on the court and killing it on the court. So those are like two women that I always looked up to when it came to that.
Yeah, it was probably my first experience with my stylist, Brittany Hampton. She kind of put me on to learning how to dress a little bit more better. Um, but just learning how to express myself, how to put pieces together, how to layer pieces, how just the way in which I wanted to dress, I think she definitely helped me find my identity in that.
All right, this one may be a tough one. How would you describe your style in 3 words?
Oh my goodness.
I know, it's a tough
I
one.
know. One, I would say versatile because yesterday I had a pixie cut. Now I got a middle part bust down. Okay. So I would say versatile. I would say confident. Um, and I would say fun because I'm willing to try like literally anything. Like you can put me with anything and I'm willing to try. So yeah.
I'm gonna say uncty because that's what everybody loves to say. Streetwear, but also like classy.
Ooh. Okay, classy girl.
Okay, so let's take a minute to talk fashion and sports because a lot of people used to think those two things couldn't go together. So, how do you think you guys are disproving that idea?
I think it's still like in the process of people still believing it. Like anytime I post a modeling picture, they're like, get back in the gym. Or if I'm posting a basketball picture, get back to the runway. So it's like it's never good enough. And you just have to know, like, like you said, stand true in yourself and know what you want. Like, this is the life I want. Like, I'm gonna continue to be able to step into different worlds because for me, like for all of us, basketball does end one day, and I want to be able to continue to have a brand that is generational. Like I want to be able to rest one day and put myself up and have kids and be married and do all the good stuff that I want to do, and know that my brand has built itself, and that's in the modeling industry and in the fashion world.
Yeah, I mean, just speaking on what we touched on, just not putting yourself in a box. You don't have to be one thing in life. You can be 100 things in life if that's what you want to do. And like Angel touched on before, she can wear 6-inch heels and then go on the court and play in some sneakers. Like it's not. I won't do that, but she got it. But just stuff like that to where we can come in and be in the tunnel and wear whatever you want and then go on the court and wear a uniform and then we can do both. Like there's no box that we can fit in, and I think that is a trend that's heading in the right direction.
Do you guys remember the first fit you couldn't wait to wear in the tunnel?
Ooh.
And how did it make you feel?
I don't know. I just love a game day fit. Like,
Or what's like your go to tunnel fit, would you say?
mm, it depends. Home games, I try to do a little bit more because I don't have to pack as much on the away games. So I try to like go all out for the home games, especially because you want to be in front of your home crowd, and they sometimes show the pictures up on the jumbotron. So, and I love my home camera. But I'm in a new city, so it's about to be lit. But yeah, I don't know, I just love getting ready. Like I take that hour to get ready very seriously.
Um,
What you be doing? How long does it take you to get ready for a game? Game's at 7 o'clock. You got to be there at 5.
it takes me an hour. I got to shower
Okay.
and I have to do my slick back,
Ooh.
and then I got to put on my outfit.
Period.
But the favorite one I probably wore was in Minnesota. That's my hometown. So I tried to do a little something. I had like a double denim set. It was Levi's. Um, but yeah, that's probably it. You can't see a picture, but it was cool.
Okay. I'll go look it up.
Love a denim moment. Love your denim. And I don't know,
Denim.
we got the denim vibe. We
Twins.
got
Look-
we're twinning.
y'all
We're
look-
twinning today. All right, audience. Who looks to WNBA players or other female athletes for fashion inspiration? Can I get a raise of hands? Okay, yes, definitely. Um, all right, Angel. In 2024, you were on the cover of Vogue, and last year, Vogue Australia.
Thank you.
Yes, let's get some claps for that. Let's. Now, did you always know you were a cover girl, or did that experience allow you to tap into a different part of yourself?
I always wanted to be on a cover, but Vogue America is like strict. They don't play that. So I never thought that I was going to be on the cover of American Vogue. When the first time I did it, I have a great relationship with Anna Wintour. Um, oh God. So actually, I started Teen Vogue when I won a national championship. I started with Teen Vogue, and then I continued to build my relationship. When I announced I was going to the WNBA, I did another Vogue, and then finally, like it came about that I was going to be on American Vogue this last year. So it was really cool. And then this Australian Vogue, I was like, I want to do something with my sneaker because I love Reebok and I love being able to incorporate sports and fashion. So I don't know. I imagine these things, but I never thought it was going to be two Vogues by now. Yeah.
Period. Clap. Like, let's clap. That's me. All right, Paige. Speaking of fashion milestones, you are actually one of the stars of Coach's spring campaign.
Yes.
Can you tell us about your experience with Coach?
Yeah, it was really cool. They took me out to London. I had a really cool shoot in London. Got to experience that. I loved London, and I've loved working with Coach. They also did my draft look last year, the sparkly custom suit. So I've just had an amazing time working with them. They've been super accommodating. They've helped me find who I am in fashion, and they've just given me the freedom to do that, and not necessarily like I have to wear this, I have to wear that, but they're asking me questions. What am I comfortable in? What do I want to wear? And they've just accommodated me to that. So they've been super easy to work with. I also wore my custom bag for like every single game last year. I carried it in every single tunnel fit. So they've just shown a lot of love and it's been amazing to work with them.
I love that.
For this last part of our talk, I want to go back to Paige's Coach campaign. It came out last month. It's called Explore Your Story, and it's all about the ways great stories can change us for the better. They can change our point of view, open up new possibilities, and create new ways for us to connect the way we are right now. So, to close this out, I want to ask more about your stories, the stories that inspire you, and where you can see your own story headed next. Paige, in your campaign film with Coach, you're reading Jandy Nelson's I'll Give You the Sun. Can you tell us a bit about what that story means to you?
Yeah, I think it's about two people finding their way in life, going through their own journeys, and then finding their way back to each other, and just using life's experiences to really grow in yourself. And I've always believed I've had a great faith, so I believe in everything that is supposed to be will be. And you don't have to force anything in life. And there's different like the book a lot. There was a lot of grief in the book, so handling grief, handling losses in life, handling adversity in life, and how are you going to let that dictate who you are as a person? Are you going to have unconditional gratitude? Are you going to have unconditional joy? Or are you going to show up the same person? For me, it was like during Dallas, we had a losing season, and did I show up the same person who I was when I was with UConn and we won a national championship? So just to be consistent in who I am every single day and continue to try to find my way in life and be a responder to everything that life has to throw you. I've always believed in playing the hand you were dealt. So just finding your faith, finding who you are, and not letting life dictate your purpose, but finding your purpose and what you want to do, and let nothing sidetrack you from that.
And Angel, how about you? Is there a story you're really passionate about, or maybe one you think everyone should read?
Oh, I don't know any stories. I haven't read a book in a while. I mean, I think you should really tap into a lot of the women's basketball players. I think a lot of women's basketball players are really inspiring. Their stories really align with a lot of people more than you know. I think you guys can continue to come out and support women's basketball, support women's sports. All of us haven't had an easy journey. Me and Paige don't have the same journey, and just being able to see that. So I would just say continue to support us and love us. And when you may come to the game to see me and Paige, you might come and become a fan of someone else. So just continue to support. We really appreciate the support and the love, and just continue to empower women.
And what does storytelling mean to both of you? How do you think it can influence or inspire us?
Yeah, I think for me, it's like, how did I get here? And the people along the way and the journey along the way. Like, for people that just started following me, they see the success and they see that I'm in the WNBA, and that I'm living out my dream, but they don't know the road bumps and the tough times that it took to get here. And I think that's a huge part of telling your story and people becoming a fan and people finding you relatable to where this is not a person who just is famous and gets all the glitz and the glam and the Instagram followers and the wins and the championships. Like this is a person who had to deal with some tough stuff. And that's everybody in life. It's not just in sport, it's in your job, it's in school, it's in the economy, it's in politics, it's in everything. Like there's some tough stuff in the world going on and everybody deals with it. So to be able to have somebody to look up to have somebody who is going through something, to have somebody to relate to, it's really important. And I think that's where people fall in love with sport is not just solely the performance, but who they are as people in their story and how they got there, and how relatable they are to the human being that's not on the basketball court. So I think storytelling is super important in falling in love with people.
I don't have an answer. That was good. That was great. That was good.
Okay, so up until now, what do you see as the high point of your story?
Oh. I would say just continue to leave my purpose, and my impact on people. I mean, we want to get everything that we want to accomplish, but how do I make the person in front of me feel? I think that's really important. And I love coming to these events to be able to see people and touch people because I'm not always able to do that. And I think you guys see us so much on TV, you guys see us on the internet all the time, but genuinely, we are people and we're human. We're just like you guys. And just knowing that you guys have been left with an impact and you guys can feel who we are, and feel that I'm sis, y'all cousin, what's up? I'm always here to support. I love supporting small businesses, everybody's journey and hearing people's journey. So hopefully that's what I want to leave with all of this. Like when I put the ball down, when I'm done modeling, when I'm done my life, how did I make the next person feel and how I left the impact?
Paige, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, she said it great, but I think for me specifically, it was being able to come back after tearing my ACL. I know a lot of women in sport, and specifically like younger girls, like ACL injuries are pretty devastating, and they can be like, "Am I going to be the same after this? Am I going to come back?" Like, there were times in my journey where I doubted myself, and where I was like, "I don't know if I'm going to be half the player that I was who I was before I tore my ACL." And I feel like I've gotten back and I've gotten better. Like I've changed. I'm a different player, but I feel like I've improved in a lot of different areas. And I want younger girls to know, like, and everybody to know, like, injuries don't have to define you. They don't have to derail you. They truly, I look back and I'm really, really grateful that it happened because it changed my perspective in life. It changed who I was as a basketball player and as a human being. So I think that just for younger kids to see, like, it's not life ending. You can find yourself, you can find your identity outside of basketball as well, and to be able to come back from that, and show younger kids that you can too, was really meaningful to me.
I know we just touched on it briefly, but I would really love to know, what do you hope people take away from your stories individually? What kind of impact do you hope to have on women's sports moving forward?
I would just say in life, get up and do it again. Continue trying, continue to push forward through all the hard days. It gets hard, it gets dark. But just continue to keep going. You matter, you're important. You deserve to be in these rooms. And I know you'll be sitting in these shoes one day if you can continue to keep believing who you are, even if it's not here, wherever you want to be in your life. I hope you continue to push forward, because I believe in you. We believe in you, and just know we love you, and I hope you are able to achieve and dream everything you want to imagine.
Yeah, I mean, just to piggyback off of what she's saying, like, there's no dream too big. We were just a young kids aspiring to be where we are today. Like, there's nothing that you can't do without God. And I think a great faith and a great determination and a great work ethic, sacrifice, resilience. I think those are things that we lean a lot on, and that's in everyday life. So there's no dream too big. To remember to never take anything in life for granted. Every single day you get to wake up is a blessing in itself. And yeah, I feel like I've been talking a lot. I'm kind of running out of words, but
All right, everybody, huge thank you to Paige and Angel for sharing
Thank
their
you, guys.
stories. And shout out to all of you for being here, for listening in and leaning in and being open to express more of who you are. If there's one thing to take with you from today, it's this: your story matters. Even the parts you're still figuring out, we're still figuring out our stories. It's all good, especially those parts that you're still figuring out. Confidence doesn't show up first. You build it by dreaming and speaking, creating, and showing up as you are every day. Whether it's through you say, whether it's what you say, it's what you make, or how you move through the world, or how you carry yourself, just don't hold back. The most powerful thing you can do is be fully unapologetically yourself. Stick around, connect with someone new, and keep these conversations going beyond tonight. And on behalf of myself, Paige, Angel, and Coach, thank you so much for being part of today.
Thank you. And give it up for Natalia, because this was her first one and she did great. She did amazing. So good.